Mayoral candidate Anna Bailão set to open her campaign office this evening, complete with official speeches to kick off her campaign. It's the same day that she continues to talk about public safety as a top issue in this campaign. And as it happens, it also is one of those issues that is very divisive and has candidates on the offensive.
The plan tackles the issues on the subways, but it also talks about how we need to create public safety in our streets and making sure that we plan for the future as well.
More TTC staff deployed across the system, along with extra security cameras. Those are ideas we have yet to hear from Anna Bailão when speaking about safety on the subway, in addition to pushing for cell service. Beyond that, introducing mobile mental health clinics and expanding the Toronto Community Crisis Service in addition to police response, a pilot program that has already been extended by the city.
It started as a pilot project. It only covers 60% of the city. It needs to cover 100%. This is an alternative to police response when somebody is in crisis.
Other major candidates have released platforms regarding safety, each touching the need for better mental health supports. Brad Bradford wants to add more transit enforcement officers and police around stations. Josh Matlow said he'd freeze the police budget in favor of a $115 million community health and safety fund.
We need to focus on criminal justice. We can't just arrest our way out of every problem. We need more mental health supports, but we need to start with the rule of law.
Former police chief Mark Saunders has already spoken publicly about making public safety a top priority and has chosen to take aim at his rivals in the campaign for mayor. In response to Bailão's announcement, Saunders told CityNews that if she, quote, had her way, the Toronto Police Service would be the only law enforcement agency in North America without guns, leaving first responders defenseless when responding to shootings, stabbings, and major violent incidents. How do you differ from the others at this point?
I think the comprehensiveness of the plan, something that can be done right now, the staff on the TTC, the reversing the cuts, the cell phone and the cameras, more cameras on the TTC.
Bailão says her proposals aren't an either-or choice and that she would support actions by Toronto Police to deploy additional officers in the transit system when needed. Bailão also responding to Saunders by saying she would not defund the police and, quote, that he cut and run after a terrible track record as chief of police. Proof that this campaign is getting heated just 1 week in at this point with a number of weeks to go. Meanwhile, Mitzi Hunter also putting forth the plan, this time with regard to extreme weather and some suggestions for homeowners as well.
Remind people of simple things that they can do, like a sump pump, cleaning out the eavesdrops and making sure that the downspouts are removed in the fall. Also, when it comes to heat, that's a serious issue for the vulnerable and for the elderly.
Hunter does propose doing more wellness checks, but her plan doesn't mention creating a maximum legal temperature for homes, as other candidates have proposed. If elected, Hunter would also boost the neighborhood tree program and bring back the job of chief resiliency officer to lead the city weather preparations.